Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, as you can read from the title, I'm going to be reviewing the very popular Hocus Pocus collection from Colourpop Cosmetics. I was super lucky to actually receive this collection in PR from Colourpop. I really was not expecting to receive it because I just know how popular this collection is. I saw online that on launch day it sold out super quick, so I really was not expecting this. So I'm really lucky to actually have this in my hands and I'm able to review it for you guys. I do feel really bad because I actually have not seen Hocus Pocus before. Please do not come at me. In New Zealand, Halloween isn't really a big celebration or holiday. I just actually haven't seen any Halloween videos in general. Maybe I should start with Hocus Pocus because Halloween is this week, but yeah, I know that a lot of people would want this collection and would probably relate to the collection a lot more than I would, but I still can appreciate the collection and I think the collection is beautiful. There's just so many small details that I will point out through my review. However, my review is going to be a little bit shorter today. I'm hoping this video will be a little bit shorter just because the collection is out of stock and I believe it's not going to be restocking. But a lot of you guys on my Instagram still wanted to see a review, so here I am. And hopefully this video, if you did get the collection, it can give you some inspiration for some looks. And if you did miss out on the collection, hopefully I can show you some comparisons to show that you're not really missing out on too much. So yeah, I'm really just going to be focusing more on the live swatches, the comparisons, and my 3 looks. And for my review portion, I will just kind of give you my quick overall thoughts. I don't want to dive too deep into everything. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get started with the video. Alright, so first in the collection, we have the 15 pan eyeshadow palette. This is called Gather Round Sisters. And overall, using this palette, I really enjoyed it. I've been craving to do more darker looks. I think for the past couple of months, I've been doing a lot softer looks with everything going on. I just been enjoying more of softer natural glams rather than very dark, grungy, smoky glams. And with this palette, you are probably going to get a lot of those types of looks out of this palette. Of course, you are still able to get some like warm, neutral glams with some of these shadows over here. But I think for the most part, when you play with this palette, a lot of your looks are going to turn out very dark, grungy, smoky, which is perfect because technically this collection is their Halloween collection, and I think the shades in here are stunning. The shadow performs well, and all of these shades just really scream Halloween. It screams fall to me because a lot of you guys are in fall. But overall, I had a lot of fun with this palette. I think everything worked so well. I didn't have any issues with that because typically when it comes to darker shadows, especially purples and cranberries, they can be patchy, but no issues with that. And I also like the layout of this palette, how it has the 3 main colors like green, purple, and then the red cranberry, and then everything around it just kind of supports those shadows to shine. So overall, really enjoyed this palette, but I'm going to put my live swatches and comparisons over here for you guys, and you will see that a lot of the shadows are very comparable to other shadows. I might say for some are actually dupes. Some of them look exactly like some other shadows that Colourpop has already released, but of course I am diving into so many other palettes. Next in the collection, we have 3 creme gel liners. One is a purple, a red, and a green, and these are all metallic finishes. Typically with the metallic finish from Colourpop, they perform really, really well. These are very smooth and pigmented and buildable, but they will not skip when you are building up the color. I think these are a great addition to the creme gel liner family. Colourpop has a couple of metallic finishes, but not too many, so I think these are a really great addition. And even comparing it to some of my matte finished creme gel liners, the undertone and everything is just very different. So to me, actually, out of this whole collection, the creme gel liners are the highlight and are my favorites, and I think these ones are like the unique thing in this collection. And I actually really like how they created these shades to go really well with the palettes. Like I mentioned before with the eyeshadow palette, the 3 main colors you have is the cranberry red, the purple, and the green, and then you sort of have the matching metallic eyeliners to go along with it. They have 3 luxe lipstick lip duos. Each set is for one of the sisters, and they sent me the I Put a Spell on You set, so it's Winnie, I believe, because the luxe lipstick name is called Winnie. So it comes with a matching lippy pencil, and I believe all of the luxe lipsticks are a different shade of red. And just as a collection as a whole, while I was playing with the palette and the looks that I created, I didn't really think a red was really going with the vibe. I wish they would have came out with something like this, a little bit more deeper and more on the burgundy side. I just feel like the red was really clashing, but that's just personal preference. I don't think these are so unique. Here are my comparisons. I think the closest one would be the Snow White luxe lipstick, so if you did pick that up from their previous Disney collection, then this one is very, very comparable to that, where it has that sort of terracotta undertone. And they also came out with 2 new glitter gels. I'll just put up my comparisons here for you guys. They are really just comparisons to show you the color similarities, but the glitters in there are very different. But these are the ones that I have in my collection that are most comparable. I didn't actually use these in my looks. I did swatch them though for you guys, but I didn't use them at all. I just think these were actually out of place in the collection as well. The colors, I feel like didn't really go well with the looks that I did. I might pass these on to my niece, but I'm like, the packaging is so cute, I kind of want to keep it. Even the box packaging, I will keep this as well because I love cats. I have 3 cats. And now onto the last product of the collection. They came out with 3 different styles of their false lashes for each of the sister. I received the style Boss Witch, and for me, Colourpop lashes definitely are not my favorite, and if I'm being really honest, I don't think I'm gonna ever wear these lashes ever again. I might just pass them on to my niece just so she can play around with some makeup. The thing with Colourpop lashes is that they're extremely shiny to a point where you can't get rid of the shine. So when you open up a new lash and they are more on like an invisible thinner band, they do have the shine to it, but it's really easy to get rid of that. You can just take some black eyeshadow or liquid liner, go over the lash line, and that shine is gone. For example, I'm wearing a new pair of honey lashes from Petite Cosmetics, and when you first get them, they are a little bit shiny, but you see now when I look down, you don't see any shine, right? Of course, false lashes are always going to look fake, but when you look down, you can just really see that it's on my lash line. There is no shine or reflection, but with the Colourpop lashes, there is that shine, and you cannot get rid of that shine. I think I spent more time getting rid of the shine than actually applying the lashes on or even doing my entire eyeshadow look. Although they are very affordable, I think they are $9 US. I personally would just pay maybe $4 more. Go ahead to House of Lashes, go ahead to Petite Cosmetics, and you will receive much better lashes. Unless you're wearing it without any liner, then maybe, but I don't know, when you look down, you're just gonna see that film, and I really can't stand that, and I don't really see how anyone else could really like that. So I know I sound really harsh, but that's just like something I won't even wear. You know how some things you might not like, but you can make it work? I can't make these work. I think if anything, maybe I could cut them up and use them as lower lashes, like individually or something. But other than that, would not wear this. So that's probably the most disappointing thing in this collection, but I think overall Colourpop's lashes just aren't my thing. So yeah, you guys, that was pretty much my rundown on the Hocus Pocus collection. Hopefully that was helpful, and hopefully my swatches and comparisons really helped you out so you feel like you're not really missing out on too much. That being said, we can now move into the 3 looks. So if you guys need some inspiration for the palette, or if you just want some very dark, vampy eye looks, because Halloween is also coming up this week, then please continue watching to the 3 looks. For the first look, I'm gonna start off with the shade Come Little Children, and this is going to be our base color and transition shadow. It is not as light as I would like it to be for a transition, but it's really easy to blend out. So just take a little bit on your brush. It's easier to start off with a little and blend that out, but I'm just going to work that all over my lid space and blend that up in towards my brow area. We are doing a pretty intense smoky eye, so I think it's really good to have a solid blended base down first. I do take the shadow onto my lower lash line as well. I'm just going to sweep that all over my lower lash. Then I'm going to take the shade Night of Frolic, and I'm going to start packing this onto my lid space. This is going to be that cranberry purple shade you see overall. So it's really important to pack this on the lid and then slowly blend that into your crease. But you want to make sure you don't take it up too high where you are taking over the transition shadow. So just take your time with this. Again, take a little bit on your brush. You want to work with a little bit and then work your way up. I do take a defining brush to press this up against my bottom waterline. Pretty much everything you do on the lid, you want to repeat that onto the bottom. Now taking the shade, I call it a Bus, I'm going to once again start packing that onto my lid space. But I'm going to be mainly focusing this black shadow on the lid, and then you will slowly start seeing that gradient. So in the crease area is most of that purple shade, and then on the lid it's more of the black. I again take another defining brush to press that up against my bottom waterline to really make the entire look cohesive. And then going into the shade Goodbye Cruel World, I'm just taking this shadow wet. It is a metallic shadow, so I'm just going to place that at the center of my eyes. And this is like the perfect metallic for this eye look because it sort of has a blackish base, but the reflect is more burgundy, and I feel like it does pull in the purple eyeshadow really well. So you just have a bit of shimmer and gleam to your eyes. It doesn't look so like solid and all matte. I'm then gonna go in with my black liquid liner, and I'm just gonna use this to line my lash line and also create a wing. I do go in with a matte black eyeshadow to smudge out and extend and sharpen my wing out. You guys know how I like to do my wing, I feel, at this point. Then I'll actually go in with the CREME gel liner from the collection in the shade Trick or Treat, and I'm gonna use that to tightline my bottom waterline. And this is the perfect eyeliner for this look. It just really brings everything together, so really like how this looks on my bottom waterline. For my lashes today, I am wearing one of the styles that comes in this collection. I'm wearing the style Boss Witch, and this, you guys, is the first look completed. I of course wanted to create something that was very intense, grungy and smoky from this palette, and also because it's almost Halloween, I feel like this is the perfect time to be wearing such an intense smoky eye. And I honestly love doing smoky eyes. I love how my eyes look. I just feel like a different person, and I love that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this first look as well. And now onto the second look. I'm gonna start off with the shade On Toast, and this is going to be our transition shadow slash base color. So I'm just gonna work that onto my lid space first, and then I'll slowly blend that up into the crease and up towards the brow bone. The shadow is super pigmented, so you don't need a lot on your brush, and it blends out so easily as well. I think this is a really nice warm caramel brown, and I think for the look that we're going for, it really does pull in with the olives that we're gonna place on a little bit later. I do take the same shadow onto my lower lash line as well, and you can see I'm really smoking this out on my lower lash. Then taking the shade Bewitched, I'm going to start packing this on at the outer corners of my eyes first. So just focusing most of the color at the outer third, and then I will take a pencil brush and bring that in towards the inner third of our eye. Since we are creating a halo eye for this eye look, you want to make sure that the middle of your lid is sort of blank, and you want the darker shadow to really be focused at the outer edges. So we are doing it with this Bewitched shadow. I do take the shade Bewitched onto my lower lash line as well, but I'm going to take it on a defining brush and really press that up against my bottom waterline. Then I'm taking the shade Yaboos, and I'm going to place this at the center of my eyes. I'm just using this shadow dry, but you can use it wet if you would like. It's going to be more intense and more foiled, but I just wanted to use it dry to get the sort of tone and metallicness at the center and just create a little bit of dimension. When you are using the shadow dry, you do need to build it up a little bit, but it is really stunning on the eyes, and it is just the perfect match for the mattes. Then going into the shade Brew Potion, I'm going to take a really skinny brush and I'm going to place that at the most center of my lid, so layering that on top of the olive metallic. And this is really just going to give more dimension because this formulation is, I believe, the metallic foiled formulation, so it has a bit of chunkier glitters in there, but it's not too chunky where it's uncomfortable. You can't feel the glitters at all, but it's going to give more dimension because of those chunkier glitters, and it's also going to enhance that slight gold flip that was in the olive metallic. Now I'm going to take my black liquid liner and I'm going to use this to align my lash line and also create a wing, going in with a black eyeshadow to smudge and smoke that wing out. And then I'm going to apply the CREME gel liner from the collection in the shade Black Flame Candle, and I'm going to use this to tightline my bottom waterline, and I think it really does complete the look and matches everything so well. And this, you guys, is the second look completed. I hope you guys like it. I really love how it turned out. I love the whole olive monochromaticness I have going on with my green contacts. I feel like it just really ties in the whole look together, and you can't go wrong with olive eyeshadow. I think the colors together look very cohesive, so I hope you guys enjoyed this second look. And now onto the final look. I'm going to start off with the shade Hello Solemn, and this is going to be our transition shadow. So I'm just going to work that onto my lid and then slowly blend that up into my crease and brow bone. This is going to be the base color, so you just want to take your time blending this out. It's going to help blend the darker shadows on top much easier. So you want to make sure you are getting this all over your lid space and also towards the outer corners as well. Then I'm going to take the shade Dead Man's Toe, and I'm going to start packing this on at the outer third of my eyes. As you can see, we are jumping from a very light transition to a fairly dark purple shadow. So again, you just want to take your time blending this out. Don't take too much on your brush. It's easier to start off with a little. And this purple shadow is really pigmented. I only dipped in a couple times. I didn't re-dip my brush. I am just working with what is already on my brush. So I'm just going to use windshield wiping motions, a bit of circular motions to get this blended out. I also take this same shadow onto my lower lash line as well, but you can see I'm focusing most of the product at the outer third. Like, I'm really smoking this out, and then once most of the product has left my brush, I will bring that towards the inner third of my eyes. And you want to connect the shadows at the outer corner, and this is going to create a very cat-eyed eye shape. Next, I'm taking the shade Thackeray Binks, and I'm going to place this at the center of my eyes. I'm just using this dry, and you can see it's already pretty foiled and metallic, but if you want to take that up a notch, you can with your brush, but I just decided I want it to be a little bit more on the subtle side, I guess. So I'm just going to place that on at the center. I do take a small blending brush to blend out the edges and make sure it's really seamlessly blending into the matte. And now taking the shade Tis Firm, I'm gonna place that right at the inner third of my eyes where we left the shadow sort of blank. And this shadow is gonna blend really well into the purple. I feel like they have sort of the same cranberry undertone, so they blend really well into each other, and I think it's just a nice little spin rather than keeping this entire look monochromatic and purple. But now I'm going to take my black liquid liner and I'm going to use this to line my lash line and create my wing. And of course, like always, I go in with the black eyeshadow to smudge and smoke that wing out. And then I'm going to take the creme gel liner in the shade Sisters, and I'm going to use this to tightline my entire bottom waterline. I think using the red for this eye look really does tie in that red metallic shadow at our inner corner, so everything just looks so cohesive at the end. And then lastly, I'm just popping on my lashes. These ones are from Petite Cosmetics in the style Honey. And this, you guys, is the final look completed. I am obsessed with the final result. I don't know, I'm really vibing with all of the looks in today's video. I don't know if it's because I dyed my hair back to black, so it's just like a vibe. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this final look. And that, you guys, was my 3 looks completed. Very grungy, smoky, glam. What did you guys think? Let me know which look out of the 3 was your favorite down below. If you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to give the video a thumbs up for me as well. I would appreciate it so much if you did. I wasn't rushing this video, but I was like really like pushing it to get this up before Halloween. Typically a video like this takes me about a week to get up, with editing, filming, comparisons. It takes a lot. I'm only one person, and this one I definitely pushed out underneath a week. And also this is my second time actually filming the review portion because I didn't like how my brows looked in the first one, because, you know, perfectionist things, okay, you know, it wasn't necessary to refilm again, but I just didn't like how my brows looked, so hopefully they look better in this retake, and I don't need to retake it for the 3rd time, because if I don't like how it looks in this video, then I actually will. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up, and that is going to complete today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate all the support you guys show me, and honestly just receiving PR from Colourpop is really crazy as well. I don't receive every single collection, by the way. I think a lot of you guys think I'm on their PR list. I'm still on their ambassador list. They pick and choose which collections they want to send to me, but regardless, I'm very grateful. Rambling now, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching once again. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.